is 105.3 The Fan, correct? In the Metroplex.
Absolutely.
Jerry Jones appears there every week. Only owner, I believe, who's got a weekly media appearance. And we thank him for that. We do.
Yep.
Honestly.
We do.
We do. I think he was giving voice to what everybody was thinking last week. 27-0. Denver on top. This thing is done.
Didn't see that coming.
This is over. Game over. 27-0. But Dak Prescott, who couldn't go a week before, couldn't answer the bell off a bye after a full week of rest. He's working out in a pool to try and get his calf ready for a game against Minnesota. A bell that rung on Sunday Night Football that he could not answer. Or he was not allowed to answer out of the name of a house band that I would name if I had a house band. Abundance of Caution. Or maybe I'd name a horse that if I had a horse.
Good horse name.
Abundance of Caution around the turn and down the stretch they come. It's Abundance of Caution.
Yep.
Okay. Beating my other horse. Sources say. It's sources say. It's Abundance of Caution. Okay. Dak out of an abundance of caution. So 1 week it's abundance of caution. Next week it's caution to the wind. What the hell was Dak doing out there? I don't know. Maybe this is what happens with the Dallas Cowboys. Do you remember when DeMarco Murray was one of the top running backs in the league and broke his hand, had it surgically repaired, and they still played him against the Jacksonville Jaguars, like right away. And with his hand looking like stitched up and swollen, and like you need ice on that thing, not like running it. They had that game wrapped, and he was still running in the fourth quarter, and they're asking Jason Garrett, like, what are you doing? Oh, that's what we do around here. I guess that's what they do. Because Dak was still in the game. Insignificant scores. Maybe it's just like, working out the rusty. They saw he was rusty in the first three quarters. Like, let's work that rust out. Well, the game's over. Work that rust out next week in practice. Well, I guess Jerry Jones was wondering, he was his franchise face and franchise tagged and now franchise paid player to the tune of $40 million per was doing out there.
Okay with Dak and Zeke and some of the starters being left in there?
I'm just reminded that there's no second gear for these guys. It's all first gear. And when you make decisions, we were very careful for the long range of not playing Dak last week. And we were very careful. It was a long-range thought. And so I think you've got to incorporate that in. I'm not going to take issue with him being in the game. All I know is that when he's in the game, don't think that he's not going to make every play like it's a Super Bowl play. He's going to do that. So if you've got concern about the fact that what would it do to your season to have another injury, if you've got concern about that, then that's the time to do it, not expecting him. For instance, when he ran for the 2, Dak Prescott's going to do that. I don't care if we're down 30 points, which we were, really, for all practical purposes.
Yeah.
So what that is, you know what this sounds like to me? With all due respect. And I think most guys out there in the audience will say this, and maybe some of the ladies, although maybe not as much. You know when you don't shower and you stink?
Oh.
And you just put on some cologne, hoping it masks everything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what that was. Dak is so good. He's so good. He's just always so all in that when you have him out there, you can't do anything except expect him to be the best. That's the cologne. But at the very center is the stink that's covering up of what the hell was he doing out there? Playing with fire. Playing with fire. Oh, man. That's what that sounds like to me. What does that sound like to you, TJ?
Sounds like a 6-2 football team
Okay.
that's on to the Falcons.
Okay. That's another assessment of it.
I'm just saying.
You don't believe that.
I do believe that. My goodness, we lost 6-2. We have a 4-game lead in division. Like, we're missing Tyron Smith. We never play well when Tyron Smith is out. We still don't have Tank Lawrence. We still don't have Michael Gallup. There's a lot of talent that didn't play. I'm not ready to throw in the towel now after one. Like, did the Bucks lose? Yes. Did the Bills lose? Yes. Like, did the Rams lose? Yes. Are they thrown in the towel? No. So
Settle down just a little bit.
that's inappropriate use of that drop. But
The Bucks run by.
I'm not. They lost the week before.
He's saying that the Bucks have lost.
Okay.
They've already had their second losses. The Cowboys' second loss. You cannot win them all. And I think that's a very rational and nuanced way of looking at it. That they had, because that's the way they're looking at it in the building. That's for sure.
Well, that's how they better be looking at it.
I just don't understand what the hell that guy was doing out there.
No, I mean, I tweeted that.
Come on.
I told Brockman when it was 19-0. I think I hit him up and said, "This game's over."
Wrap it.
You could just tell it was over.
Even at 19 though.
Actually, 13-0 is when I was
know.
like,
even at 19 though, you still have a chip and a chair,
three
man.
scores,
You still got a chip and a chair.
Not the way
27-0, 27-0. It's like, what are we trying to prove now?
yeah. But I tweeted that. It's like, what's he doing out there? It makes
Especially since nothing was going your way that day. Nothing.
Right
Including
off the bat.
including a blocked punt, giving a fresh set of downs to the team that blocked the
Yeah,
punt.
can we talk to Blandino
Yes.
about this?
I'll explain it to you if you want,
Yeah.
but we'll have Dean
You know
do
what?
it as
It doesn't
well.
matter
It could be
because-
one of those things where I say it to Susie and she pays it no mind, then one of her friends says it to her, like, you know what they said? And I'm like, that's what I said. So it's, like that's the way it goes in life. But the bottom line is when the ball is blocked on the punt and it then goes past the line of scrimmage as the Cowboys have touched it again, that's a live ball. Broncos recovered, fresh set of downs.
I
The
can't recall ever seeing that
the
before.
ball was blocked.
Yeah.
It went past the line of scrimmage. Dallas touched it past the line of scrimmage.
That's touching at the line of scrimmage, it seemed like.
Again, Broncos recover, fresh set of downs.
I just
Would have
don't-
been better if you just let them punt it to you, as you know,
Yeah, looking back on it. But
because you couldn't stop them ever,
yeah, nothing was working.
except to
on Sunday,
bring on the punt that you blocked and then still didn't get the ball.
which could have turned the game around.
And that's just another reason, like, you know what? Things aren't going our way. Stuff's happening that is so weird in the game that McCarthy's probably never seen before, and he's coached a ton of football.
Yeah.
That's when you basically say, this is when our quarterback can most likely get hurt, down 27-0. Sit him. Get Cooper Rush more reps. He deserved it. You know what, though? That has started a quarterback controversy for you, and I know
I doubt
know
that-
with the way Mike White's performing, you
I'm
don't
glad
want
you're
to open
still
that
trying
can.
to equate Zach Wilson to Dak Prescott. But
He
okay.
is. He is the Jets version of it. Yep.
I
Where you
think-
gotta have him win. You gotta have him go. You put all your capital in him. Yeah.
Do you
that's
know
right.
when Dak Prescott, his rookie year, he was 13-3?
I do remember that.
So I don't
he
know
sent
that
Tony Romo to broadcast.
Mike White is the equivalent of Dak, but
You're not hearing me when I'm talking.
yeah, because I just don't get the argument.
the argument is simple.
We don't have to keep on
No,
this.
we do,
We
because
don't.
there are some people who might be coming in. The argument is simple. Zach and Mike White are the Jets' starting and backup quarterbacks. Dak and Cooper Rush are those people for the Dallas Cowboys. When Cooper Rush comes in and plays very well, there's no thought as to who the starting quarterback is for the Dallas Cowboys. It's the same thing for the Jets, even though Zach has not performed at all, doesn't have the same resume at all, hasn't earned the long-term, multi-year, multi-billion-dollar contract as Dak at all. The same thing, though, that applies to Dak applies to Zach, in that the Jets have given their most important piece of capital. Jerry Jones has done it with his money. The Jets have done it with their draft choice. It has to work with this guy, not the backup. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I've literally been trying to say for a week. It's just
All
been,
I said was a joke 2 weeks ago about that. You know, maybe Brockman said it as well, and yet he's not. He's just
yeah,
been
because
quiet.
his team's been in the AFC Championship game multiple times
you
in the
really can't
last
say
25
anything.
years.
He can't
Yours
say
has been
anything to you.
zero.
But that's fine. Again, I said that
No,
we
I don't
made a
think
joke
that's fine,
about
actually.
Mike White, and
I don't
you.
think
It's
it's
like
fine.
I don't know if you're butthurt about it, but it's like
Yes, I clearly am.
You are. My goodness,
I
man.
am.
All we said was the Jets have a new quarterback, and I've heard about it every day for 3 weeks now.
Moving on. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.